well as I don't announce. But today is a big news day, so I want to start with some of the news them where they happen at the country. I get a few important breaking news I want to share with you now and go through that and I do the updates. Hopefully by that time the Dr. Shega show will reach here. Number one, in terms of breaking news, today, when at the 15th of October 2024, the government of Salone, through the Sierra Leone police, they received a request from the all people they arrested, and then 20 people that they currently help the Salone police with the investigations. So 20 people are in police custody, but the situation is calm. For welcome people exercising with democratic rights. For that rights, they will not tolerate anybody, anyone here, for make it infringe on the rest of real rights to peace and security and tranquility. So all the one way feel see they could cause chaos, they could be dealt with fully and legally. Another major updates. We don't conclude investigations on the unauthorized landing at the Freetown International Airport. Now, at the end of this press conference, we will put out a very specific public announcement on this issue. But I will read the public announcement since we are going to get the breaking news. As you remember, on the 20th of September, 114-seater aircraft be make waiting they call unauthorized landing. That means the candle at the airport won't get permission for car. The airports and the security authorities will be immediately demobilized, then seize the aircraft, and then they start investigations. I mean, 4 people have been there aboard the aircraft, including the captain. 3 of them, they may get Mexican passports. The other one, he gets Spanish passports. All of them 4 that they will be arrested and counted at Freetown and CID, the Criminal Investigations Department. And then the governments of Salone, the investigators, they also decided they will invite 2 air traffic controllers them for the safe can help the police in the investigations. Police investigations, including thorough search and swabs conducted by the Salone police. We invite the counterparts them from Ghana, they can and conduct swabs and search. We invite the counterparts them as well from Liberia. They can and conduct thorough search on the plane, do all kinds of swab. They reveal nothing of police interest on board the aircraft. I will repeat. Thorough search and swabs by local and international investigators from Salone, Ghana, Liberia revealed nothing of police interest on board the aircraft. The police and the ONS they therefore submit the file to the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Attorney General's office, and then one and they recommend the following: that civil charges be pressed against all the crew members for violating various provisions in the Sierra Leone Civil Aviation Act of 2023. The offense that we, the DPP, say they don't violate include serving in an aircraft without a personnel certificate, operating an aircraft in Salone without air operating certificates, operating an aircraft in Sierra Leone without certification, flying an aircraft over the territory of Sierra Leone without authorization, among others. Consequently, all the 4 crew members the police. The deep fine of $100,000 into the consolidated fund. They paid through the lawyers the fine of $100,000 into the government's consolidated fund. All those therefore held in connection with this matter will be released. The aircraft no longer be in police custody. As far as the government of Salone is concerned, the matter is considered closed. Okay. Final updates before I come to the other one then. This one now for provide additional updates on the just released West African Senior School Certificate exam, the WAS exam. As you know, the results of the 2024 major WAS for school candidates being come out. The Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education may pull out on the 3rd of October. I just want to reiterate some of the top line findings for now. 146,179 candidates from 816 schools in Salone that may enter for the WAS. That ends the total day of what I just called. It is less than the number we get last year. 2023 have been 243,202 candidates then. So that means there is significant reduction in number of candidates. But government believes this now because we don't ban repeaters. Remember, since there are plenty repeaters and they go through the school system, now we know they create again. Private schools will be getting a total entry of 10,562 candidates. We owe WAEC money, they don't put the inside this number. So they want and they also, now they make sure this number are less. So 83,113 candidates on the list released to MBSSC. There is seats at least one paper. 27 candidates, 27,097 candidates were without results. As they are with results, they don't withhold the results. So that a very high number, 27,097 candidates in WAEC withhold the results. Then about 25,407 students they'll be absent for all subjects. 25,000 people that enter for the exam, but they don't sit even one subject at all. The government candidates listed on the results received by the government and the SSC. 70,000 have been female, 70,380, 65,237 are male. So that means 51.9% are female. It's now part of President Leone, radical inclusion and jury. So we continue to this, don't continue to stand for see more girl picking and more female than they enter for once than males, which we want for continue for see. Of the one that we take at least one subject with the results they don't come out, will be about 83,000, about 43,000 again are female, and 39,000 are male, and 52% are female. Paper pass them, we record giving a pass rate of about 76%. The pass rate. Again, it's less than the pass rate of last year when I mean 83%. So the people that we see subject that we who consider these results here passed, about 76%. About 48% with a 39,982. Now they obtain that minimum benchmark of 5 credits in a single sitting. So 5 credits in a single sitting are about 39,000. We then constitutes about almost half of the people who attempt the exam. Average Zaid, one female science student at Leone High School and the best performing candidates in the 2024 WAS. He takes 8 subjects, he gets 6A and 2 Bs. In average grade units, 1.5, which is very good. He been closely followed by one King Alpha Ibrahim Ba of St. Edward's Secondary School. Waiting 9 subjects and get 6 A1 and 2 B2. All 17 of them candidates and 100% with release results obtain a credit or better in a minimum of 5 subjects, including English and Maths. And then all the students obtain requirements for direct entry to University Undergraduate Degree Program. Congratulations to Arrange, Alpha, and the Delay Bedouin International High School. We will pull out more of this data in terms of district performance in the WASC as well. We varied as well. The best performing districts, we get 51% of the candidate we pass, including English and Maths. And but overall, we see the investment where His Excellency President Julius Malabio make in the free education. We see the very good news with the performance-wise, number of students and all that. The issues that we will get, the government they continue to work on the issue that they get. I just put now a quick summary of other news. When I remember seeing over the weekend on the 12th of October, one airline carrier with the behind the salute flag. We make clear the difference between a national carrier and a flag carrier. A flag carrier and a private flight where they carry the green, white, and blue, who they call Air Sierra Leone. And don't launch for starting operations, and we gladly for announcing by the 2nd of December the first flight from Freetown to Gatwick, the North Terminal and London. We'll go 3 flights per week from here to London, 3 flights from London to Salon, direct flights. The cost will start at $9.99, and the CEO, Mr. Emmanuel Issa, they say when they start, they will even come as cheap for a promo price of $750 United States dollars for 1 round. So now we plan for going like this holiday. All the journalists there will do the same all that money will be big do you listen tickets on the 18th of October? And the websites they open, all the portals they open. So they are on that day on already follow on buy on our tickets. Last Friday as well, the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs being commemorated in the country. One last one I will take that the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Timothy Musa Kabalo, talk about the administrative changes that we don't happen at this building. Don't get transition, new directors, new leadership. He talk about the progress they continue to make as we sit on the Security Council. He announced to establish new embassy there in Algeria and Qatar. In fact, the ambassador to Algeria will be there with this now. And he said they'll open new 4 missions as alone by Morocco and Saudi Arabia as well as Salon. So when it comes to international engagement, Sierra Leone are very much more respected partner, and we see all that day. Alright, today we get quite a few updates, but it's important that I go through them, update the day, and that the people of Salon across the country know. Now we'll come to the panel. I'm glad to say the information to use this map at the introduction might take 35 minutes. We are here in CV long, very long. You don't talk on a lecturer, you don't do all kinds of things. So, the man we, like I can say, who come on say a correct man.
Sabian.
Also,
Sabian.
So now man, here with me. We can't talk about the rights to access information. Today we celebrate 10 years. I see all this design we get. 10 years of one of the most important public institutions for and for all citizens. So very briefly, we get a chance for them to talk about the progress we don't see, which we expect next. I don't introduce already the outstanding Director General for the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation, Madam Josephine Kamara, herself will give a quick update on what's in the happen at SLBC and how they do the work. And for represent civil society, we get Mr. Charles Kev Kobai, who is the Executive Director for Forward Salon. This man is the original civil society leader in this country. They do a lot of fantastic work, and I'm glad for seeing today since they don't continue for do this work. We all with them, we have this one over them, they push for reform in the country. So we start with you, Mr. Information Commissioner. You can use that mic there. 10 years since the right to access to information. I know I've been listening to you this morning. You give a long updates. When I get timer, wait the timer. Wait the timer, I know this is the timer. Charles, wait the timer. Okay. We're supposed to get timer. But normally I give 5 minutes, but this time I give 7 minutes. So that you will take time and explain to FACO waiting rights to access information commission they do, the progress they would not see, and why this commission in work and your leadership is so important. Okay, alright.
Yes, thank you very much, Minister, Honorable Minister, for this opportunity for come talk to the press. We celebrate the 10th anniversary, today, and putting a talk here that we'll talk and just briefly. Now, a moment for we for really reflect on where we don't come, also we don't come so far, and also we did, and also we go for good. So I think we don't make a lot of progress. From where we come out to now, in terms of building the institution, because the first thing we do when we come, now for building the institution, because as a kind of an institution, we responsible for promote access to information as a vehicle, promote transparency, accountability. We decide when we can build up the institution, make sure the staff them, everybody come up to speed. The first thing we do, we get website. We try to get a website. Because what public authorities there for proactively disclose information, then they drop. So now they will start first. And we use because there are two approaches that we use for functions. One the carrot approach, the other one the stick approach. The carrots try for popularize the law, make sure say people know the law. And we don't do that a lot. We organize workshops, we do engage the public authorities then also we build the capacity also of the one way they request for the information and also the one way they supply the information. Because sometimes the law they can be abstract. So you therefore bring them down to the level of people that we know to understand the legal registers then. So that we don't try for do, and we see that they don't pay some dividend. Because when you come to the projects that we don't do, and now you come to the compliance side, you find out the compliance rates don't really increase. Because when we come first, the compliance rate, the FOI requested, the number of FOI requests, and we just 112. That the first year we do the monitoring and evaluation of the performance. We find out the 112 cases. Immediately after that, in the next one we'll do in 2020, we find out the thing go up from 112 cases to 144 FOI requests. And then after that, then out of that 144 requests, 132 them being successful. Then in 2021, the Commission record 369 FOI requests. And out of that 360 requests, about 345 been successful. But when we come to 2022, I think we really get a very big leap. I think what will get this leap now, because in 2020 to 2022, we introduced this ACR, that is Annual Compliance Report, where we not only so when we get more public authorities that they comply, they send their report that they to be, we find out say we more public authorities that they respond to requests. So in 2022, we annual report we find out say 13,107 FOI requests that make national in the whole country. So now a very huge leap. And then out of that, about 10,237 they were successful. So that just give you the success rate. And then this year we don't pass to 2023. We get up to 19,496 FOI requests that we recorded. Very soon we pull with annual report, but I will see more details of that. And out of that 19,000 FOI requests, we get about 90% success rates, you know. And also when you look at when you go out of Sierra Leone, what we don't do in terms of visibility in the international scene. Right now, we did part of the International Conference of Information Commissioners, and Civic, me are one of the executive members. They also did part of the African Network of Information Commissioners. In fact, the ICIC, the one we call force, we get something way now. We become member of the ICIC in 2019. You know, 24th of September we become an accredited member. And then the INIC, where we did for we are part of the African Network of Information Commissioners. They recently then give you the responsibility for develop records management code of practice for Africa, the standard code of practice for Africa. They also give you the task for more develop a kind of a strategy for capacity building. Now it will be also a standard something for Africa, you know. And also in 2019, we will lobby at the United Nations level. We will bring together 6 countries. We will be part of that country. We lobby for September 28th. We will celebrate every year. I know people that observe say every year we celebrate access to information day, universal access to information day. We are September 28th. We really on from culture of secrecy to culture of openness, not to ECT at all. Because people they don't use for do things in secret before this openness come. So again, will take time, but I think say we dip and get there little by little. You know, so far we don't collaborate with HRMO, we don't collaborate with Public Service Commission for review the civil service code. We go make public servants and no say now obligation for them for respond to information requests. Either the way they say they don't sign to code of secrecy or whatever. Mostly at the time when they take for make money, they get authority, permission from the authorities. For make many information officers and key information, and keep pass 50 working days. So what we don't do now, we don't work with them for make sure say we law and the law we for bring the law in harmony with the code of civil service. So very soon, whether they go to Parliament, I think say the climate will change. And also one last thing I would like to say before I hand over to the mic is that to get opportunities then we don't make now the climate of access to information don't become very good. You know, the repeal of Part 5 in 2020, it make the journalists themselves, we notice a kind of increase, you know, a surge in the number of journalists that really come forward for kind of requests for information. You know, and we feel say that atmosphere, a very, very welcome atmosphere. You know, we want to encourage more and more journalists for make use of this law, because this law is very important. What you don't experience in reporting and monitoring is that most of the time when journalists make reference to the law, when they go for good request for information, the public authority then can respond. So I want more to take advantage of this law.
Thank you for your leadership of this commission and for the fantastic work you're going to do, increase the respect we're supposed to get, and really push the reform in the sector. I want to family one thing we remember when you say like you don't remember anything. Last year, 2023, about 19,496 requests were made for disclosure of public information. 19,000. That just the fact of the request and progress means people know say the law day, people take advantage of the law. 90% of the requests were successful. You know, I can like for tell people and say sometimes you feel say someone don't say that thing, oh well now this country. On a huge progress now. 90% of 19,000 is all the time. Now how we will ensure say there is proactive disclosure of information. By the end of this year, we and Ministry of Communications they work for ensuring every single government ministry gets a functioning website. And we launch that link at a big event we will announce hopefully next week. That's an end of year massive event we will do to all. We will do an unprecedented event. We will wait for the special announcement inshallah in the next week. So lots of good work will be done by this commission, by your leadership, and President Leone a vision that will continue to remove any barrier with the stop owner and the public for get access to information. And one very important institution we help the public to get access to information, to news, ISLBC, Serving Broadcasting Corporation. I don't see publicly a few times to me. The transformation, and President Leone not only do the best thing possible, they appoint a fantastic Director General, they appoint a very inclusive and an excellent board. The board of trustees as well, led by one of them now. And I know the chair of the SLBC board. How that? That's my Dr. Williams James, and Master James, and Deputy Ambassador to Belgium, right? So, Madam DG, I think it's an opportunity as well to give you between 5 and 7 minutes as well. For them, just keep the public an update on SLBC. Which side SLBC now? Which are the initial steps we don't take? And waiting for expect going forward.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. I'm glad the way you bring me Kaya to host the interview and meeting. I think that for me on the other side, for asking questions. Thank you for the opportunity for Calm Talk Board meeting the admin at SLBC. And I want to tell you thank you for all the support we don't give it. And not to just the support, in terms of this owner was in our studio. More than news owner, we brought people that we detect. One or two people don't say, but we tell them, say, it's not new dispensation. Our power is beyond that. He called me not because of political party or the tribe or Usab Komot. He said, I can come to the work. And the work for be fair, independent, and live up to the mandate of the broadcaster. We say we will be pluralistic. Pluralistic, that means all voices. And for you, all one voice. We did try, we know each day, it's just 6 months, I just blocked 6 months. 7th month this. But if una self take a walk to SLBC within a short 6 months, una will see waiting on the progress, and I invite you all as journalists will take a walk. Anytime. No appointments needed. In March, I think I entered the office March 11. The first thing I do was I called the management team. I said, let's do something. Then we put together a 100-day plan. That 100-day plan It will include my vision, as well as the vision of the Ministry of Information, and by extension, the vision of the people of Sierra Leone. Because the people of Sierra Leone are going to get SMBC. My first statement we have been saying was, they continue for call me state broadcaster. I have nothing say that they right to. We not to state broadcaster. Sometimes semblance of state broadcasting we don't do. So waiting, we say, we for continue for come up the actual name and for rebrand SLBC, not to just revoice my voice. Now for saying this, we agree on certain things we will do within the first 100 days. One, let's be dirty. Dirty day. So we decide say we clean. We not get better money. If you pour not to dirty not to pour, not so. So if you clean around your environment, let you pour, nobody knows say you pour. So we clean up, we begin clean the physical infrastructure. We get one red carpet in the hallway. It's still not here, but now we get some fresh air. So we get one red carpet, we want some brown. As the red for the red, blue for the blue, white for the white, green for the green. As they make we remove the red carpet. Because a dusty country, Freetown, a construction site. So every day, if we not come, one place dusty. Why you for put carpets not one? And we make people sick. So we clean that up. And then we begin freshening up the place. Now you go SLBC, then you use we bathroom, you feel good. We change lights, bulb them. So mommy sit down inside Jahannama, place in warm. We say okay, even the heat it will affect we. Aging equipment that we'll get, because then camera placed they at a certain temperature, they lost them back. So now I make hot and we get breaking transmission. So then breaking transmission, I said how we'll solve that. Begin by half equipment, then we'll clean up. The next stage, I've been for check the human resources. But eyeglass they SLBC. Plenty. And now that's made we really get volunteers, we really get contractors. When our SLBC said pay, they're not the inside consolidated fund. We call it the pay. So we say how we go to manage the human resources. We task the human resource determine who that will stay based on the performance basically. And then the third thing, the other thing we say we will do out of that 100-day plan, we set up a strategic communication for the next 3 to 5 years, which is in progress. And then we begin look at programming. While we go for the approval and tell me say the programs that not again are so borrowed programs that we pull from the internet. But today Minister would gladly for report saying we local language programming, so they don't come. We team put together all programs that we will not be do for let them revamp or rekindle the programs they need. Right, so we also don't form a lot of partnerships. You know, I come in the middle of the budget here with most partners that already set their budget, so it's difficult to make them give you. But we did look forward. We also look forward to the energy needs. And the ministry, this man will sit also, now the number 1 champion for CC SLBC transform. If we not transform, Mr. Minister, that will be one of your greatest errors if we don't move from analog to digital stage. You know, fine for telling you was hold you was accountable, but that's the job of the media. We need to hold every government person, every public official accountable. So we will work towards digitization through the ministry and through the goodwill of His Excellency the President.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Madam Director General. Now here is some of the good news. Concept we will achieve it. It's a difficult, it's an expensive endeavor. Because we get the commitment of His Excellency the President. We get the commitment of the Minister of Finance. We don't lay the foundation. We begin that work for lay that foundation this way in the next year, 2 to 3 years. Every citizen will be proud of a public or national broadcaster. As I say, it's not a state broadcaster, it's a state propaganda arm. Very proud of that. SLBC by the act, a public broadcaster. You get some citizens of this country. Speaking of citizens, I'm for council, Mr. Kefkobai. Because you know, civil society, not only part of this move for, let me see, freedom of information, public broadcasting, obviously the transformation of this country. So I just want in 5 minutes for the reflect. It's 10 years of rights to access information. You also observe the public broadcaster. We say your assessment today, which you will achieve and which you need for achieve. So give me 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm grateful for this time we're giving for helpful discuss this topic. One man we always hold to very high esteem. Just an aside, I'm a nephew. In Papa, I'm a brother from another mother. But if you want picking, you admire that picking. I always don't hold you to high esteem and keep it up. The man who you make, it will inspire other young people for the leaders in our country tomorrow. Thank you very much. The state of access to information, in my own assessment, is healthy now. Yes, it's healthy. I could give you a barrage of reasons why I say the state of access to information is really healthy. One, we get one of the robust laws on access to information. By the time we pass this law as a country, we will get the 3rd best laws in Africa and the 5th best law in the entire world, the right to access information. We give very strong authority to the commission and give them that independence for able to promote citizens' access to information. And we don't see over the last 10 years how citizens really interact. I'm glad we chairman really don't give the about information to public. But again, we make for let public officials able to understand the value where this will bring to their own very work where they do. The integrity where it will bring to you as public official where they disclose information. That misunderstanding and misgiving where public will get, where somebody goes sit down somewhere, it concocts.
People already have a preconceived notion of who you are, and they're going to see you and judge for themselves based on what they've read, seen, walked. Like you already said, you're not intimidated. They're not going to come up. So no. Contrary to what you might think, no, I don't get people coming up to me. First of all, I'm not necessarily available out there for you to see and approach. So
you sit down somewhere, it concocts story, what your department or your project. If you first release that information, you don't kill all and despair, then fake news. And that's now one of the beauty of access to information we don't bring at the landscape. We now see that resistance within the first 5 years in the rollout of the commission in operations. That resistance not there again. Because everybody don't now understand what it means for disclosed information. You get key public institutions, although there are still some limitations, but at least the limitations not they can we go back to the dark ages. The limitations were there for me I see there as opportunity. Why should not make progress? Those limitations now opportunity. And I'm going to quickly speak to the opportunity side. That the fact that we get an existing one of the progress we'll make now that we get the open data portal. But this portal, the opportunity we will give we now the fact that we need for integrate a lot of MDAs they get website on their own. And sometimes when they look for information as a researcher, we don't work civil society, we do a lot of research so that we get the right information to do the right engagement. And some the scanty then website where you go, you don't get what you really look out for. But the open data, the opportunity we get, now for let the commission now work with the Ministry of Information for ensure that they link all MDAs their website to the portal. So that you get one-stop shop. If I go direct to the portal and I want to query something on another ministry or MDA, I will just go to the link and access the information where today on that MDA can work. So it make it easy for navigate and get your data and make your data analysis and assessment and then you go engage. That are one opportunity we present. A second layer of opportunity we bring, 10 years long QE and assessment, a feel of the good things and make sure say that gap that they will perfect them in a review we'll be able to bring better outlook to access information. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, sir. As I say, this man, when a veteran they talk, you don't see this a veteran. This ability they talk is the subject matter. They don't do it for many years, like I said, I'm your not just in the biological sense, but also in the sense of the leadership that they group with at the civic space. So I have to congratulate you again for that. No, not all. This is a press conference. I want for me to ask my questions to the panelists there. Any and all questions, including all the issues we will cover across the government of Salou. This is the platform for do that. If you feel that people I just remind you of the rules. Only one set of stars that we get per week. Everybody will have the stage here and everybody talk about it. You will keep the mic and for ask the question direct and we there for answer. Wait, I can point. Then we get 5 questions at a time. Okay? It starts with the bar, not the day last week. So it starts with the legend. Number 1, Mr. Kamaya. Number 2, the brother Yanda. Number 3, number 4, number 5, Ivy. So we do all manner of this issue post up here, and then we do. Alright.
Mohamed Kamara, the World Chapter Sakara newspaper. Right to access to information, sir. I can best remember my days as a correspondent, and I even get to wait 2 minutes for seeing minister. One second for today, I'm the director of a company. But in Sierra Leone, there's a problem. When I get any penalty, what would I impose on any individual, whether a civil or public servant, or we talk out for something in this country, where journalists go for Gosia, he refused for Gosia, he got told, I don't still reply with that, sir. Thank you.
Alright. If finally we answer that question there, I can leave for clarifying. Because get access to information, let me see, you get right for similar. Very important.
I write for New Citizen newspaper. Request a director to Dr. Shaw. First of all, I have to congratulate you on attend university. But I go on for you because according to our act, we focus on public authority. Because I write to a letter a couple of months back. So, whose effort we don't put in place for try for review on our act, we will capture private entity there also. Because they said they do things the way wrong, but when you go to them, they will say the act not cover them. Thank you.
question. Thank you for that.
Yes, me and Saidu, we are the right for exclusive. .com. And we see Second Arabic right now for at least reveal to the 2023 general election results. But we will see Second Arabic come back on social media reports say we will not be able to get that information. So what will be the reason to advance to as a result for say we will get this A, B, and C. What will be the things they will advance to and what will be the most difficult request we will get so far from the public, from the time we will get all the requests there. What will be the most difficult request we will get so far?
All right, thank you. Next.
Ibrahim Salasisi, Voice of Salon Radio. And Madam Kamara, we see something where we don't pop up on the media about SLBC leading to that Umuto Kana Makini. Waiting may come about that one day we the million off from SLBC.
All right. Last one, I
My name is Ibrahim Jawara from IB Blog. Mr. Minister, I have a young question about the fly salon. Recently we report about the news and people have so many questions. Say why the price get for the
also fly salon. Fly salon, any man let me get
yes, salon. Sorry.
So Air Sierra Leone. Very important.
Yeah. So
the man is cardinal in Kaula.
yeah.
Yeah.
So many of the followers they ask say why the price in dollars and from here to Salon to England than the pound sterling.
Why not in pound sterling?
Yeah. For dollar.
I mean, I think the price was just again. They don't even announce it officially. So I can answer that they want to say season number 5 and then I'll cancel that. Waiting we be do as a press launch for announce the routes, for announce that this will be reasonable, for announce the progress we will see, and for see it will be different. When the platform will be launched, waiting it may announce because also international news, they announce the currency and everybody will understand across the world. Sierra Leoneans are there for buying tickets all over the world. So that 999 we announce in dollars. It's in a starting price. The equivalent will be announced in pounds because now you're like business. If you go online, you must be. You also be announced in euros. But this is an opportunity to clarify one update where we wish to make. I am Mika. Someone be asked for a question about their tickets. That airport don't make sure say the flights are expensive as you go give me. I can't tell you say the data not supports the propaganda, not so. I say the number of flights coming to Sierra Leone will increase. And I also say ticket prices not one great variable they lead to ticket price. I talk and I have plenty also. When I challenge me so high on social media, I will have the most expensive. This I will say ticket price get multiple variables, including number of flights, regularity of flights, the leadership of Minister Fanitri and DG Musa Yobai. They all work on all the other variables they would see. And since the announcement alone of a direct flight in December from here to the tax that the airport no change. But the propaganda was like no possible price scandal here. But check now all the other one. In fact, to get screenshots with so man check just 2 days before we press conference on Saturday. The price reduced some of them close to 2 times and they cut the price. So what's the place in the building here? Would you make your man? What's His Excellency President Jesus Father building here? And informs are comprehensive. We don't rush by the issue. They don't go through this issue. We don't first build the state-of-the-art airports. Now we move from bigger airports and international hub. Will it be they can deposit here and here will become the hub for direct flights to both the United Kingdom and the United States for the first time in a long time. Also government get the flight to a private company. But government don't lay the foundation, the comprehensive reform for let life be better and easy for the citizens. So also machine car business as something sustainable and long lasting. So the important one and they go back for all the bonds and importance the reforms of His Excellency President Julius Malema, the leadership Mr. Fanetwe, the Director General Civil Aviation Authority, Musa Yerobani, really come with some big changes. And starting from December, we all believe for the change in just the prices of flights to Salon. Clear? Good. Chairman, if it's for journalists, that's information minister, if I see every journalist who has me, I will not suffer. So we are clarify that me and number one. New citizen ask an excellent question. So you ask the government public institutions or private institutions, they will get which will refer to as public interest. Are they governed by your acts or are there things that we need for update the acts? Mrs. interested in that answer. As a third question on a letter we be written publicly by one lawyer we they call Civic and say why you not be able allegedly forgive this lawyer with the right. I think say the question makes some assumption the way I know not for two. But I think you will clarify that. And which are the most difficult requests we
refusal for key information. That is very clear in the Act. You know, Section 47 provides that very clearly. Say any public authority will refuse to give information, we will take action. And we will observe, say, in the past, we don't take some few actions then, including, sanctions. For instance, with the call of the public authorities, because there's a ask we first for review the refusal, and we can invoke Section 45. We give it that power for ask the public authority within 7 days for release information, failing which with the escalator, and we don't get situations where no SSF member who will not take action. So, but for somebody for God say you want to get access for interview, somebody, if the person refuses to see you, in their cases they will only receive few cases like that, but most of the time what you can tell the people, the particular journalists, waiting in the act, they write a letter to the minister or the head of the public authority. You request for information. You can put your questions in. We don't get few cases there. In fact, many cases there recently, when journalists they do letter, they listen down all the questions, they send out to the public authority. Within the 15 working day deadline, if that 15 working day deadline pass, the minister not respond to you, then definitely you will come to me. And when you come to me, we call on, we engage the minister or the head of the public authority for tell us this particular information, as long as the information we supposed for the public domain. Because don't forget say you get certain classes of information.
Now writing work information to write for civil.
Yes, not alright. You can give the information. Yes. So now I want to get that clear. So go better you do the letter and then you left and day 50 working day pass. You never get the information there definitely. Because the person will say, not only the minister when they go for one interview, don't try to give the information self. Now somebody when the minister will give directive for next time you release that information to you. So within that 15 working day deadline, if that information they don't come, then you will come to me and we will take action. Yeah? And then the other one about the public authorities and the privates. The Act not make any provision very clearly, very clear provision for say for target private institutions. The only thing, the definition of public authority, when you look at the definition section of the Act, it says any public authority, now any institution, any entity, body, you know, for instance, a particular company go engage, read a contract for build roads, for instance, for the country. And if you say that particular point, they don't receive that money, they're able to deliver on that something, they have public interest something that day. So, although it's not very clear for say private companies that will be targeted, but because of the public interest angle, you can request for information from private institutions as well, as long as the information we ask for relate to public interest. You know, the only thing, because it's not too clear at the moment, we never engage with the line ministry for make sure say we amend that particular aspect so that it will be very clear. Because in South Africa, all our jurisdictions in Africa, like South Africa, the private institutions are also included. Private companies, yes, they're included. Even in Ghana, most recently, Ghana self don't begin to consider. They don't even amend the self so that they will target private institution. Because this is a question this way asked, a very important question. We don't be receiving questions here severally, you know, from other people. They say, when I just go after a public institution, when they left the private one, they way a lot of the issues of transparency and accountability can be very evident, you know. So we try to address that day. But for now, if the request for information, as long as you get very clear evidence of public interest for that information, they will request from a private institution, you can request for that information. You know, as long as you get that very clear. Then the Civic case, I'm surprised. I think I have misinformation that day. Because the Civic case, when it happened, we do due diligence to definitely. Because he asked me for review, the refusal of the ECSF for release the summary results of the elections, the 2023 election. Respond, ECSF, and I respond. They respond, they cite, they make reference to section 14 of the Act, where it provides any information we available in the public domain already. You're not obliged as a public authority for release because it's already available in the public domain. And they say it's available on the websites. So they respond, then we do that, what we do that, we see the 7-day working day deadline will be there. They respond before the end of the 7-day working day deadline. And when they respond, they say the team day, and we do verification. We own team, compliance team, go on the website, check. And they send them around instead of doing your verification. If I now say yes, indeed, the summary results were there on the ECSL website. You know, so the only thing we say, by that I will write later, he said, of course, the only can be after we request what to say. But we, only when they don't make the request, now we check. We not be checked before. You see? And he write a letter, even thank we for we effort. The only thing later on, he asks back, apart from the summary results, he asks for all the results now. But the ECSL respond, they say, according to section 92 of the Electoral Commission Act, the Elections Act, the 92 only give them that permission for release summary results and not all the results. So Senator Mara rightly now say, well, we don't do what we will. So he said they go on the Supreme Court for an interpretation of section 92. What we don't act again. So we happy with we don't get a difficult request when we don't come. So I don't know, it's difficult for me to single out the most among them, you know. So only I would say probably one of the most mediatized requests they would not receive in the Civic case because it was heavily mediatized. You know, the media, almost all the media, the headlines have been so heavy. It becomes so sensational, probably because of a politically dicey issue in our election, you know. So So probably, but I don't call them most difficult. I would just say them are most mediatized. So thank you.
All right, excellent. Okay. All right. Okay, this mic not work. All right. So it's important now that una for understand say the commission also they compel we for follow the law, not to go against the law. So the commission in the interaction with ECSL now for say the law say you for do this, you for do it. So as far as the commission was concerned, it was there, and you can verify that it was there. And if you want to go further than what the law say, you go now to the Supreme Court. But in that particular issue, this commission they performed their own task with applause. Did you get two questions? One come online. The one way come online say, Madam DG, the picture from your studio not too good. What you do for solve this long-lasting problem? The SLBC. And then the second question, and the one we can hear about one lady we name Umutogo Ghana Makeni. They say what's make una be layer off. Me say we don't know for talk. I get a comment on that particular question, but we'll give chance also.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for that question. So, at least the picture, not good, but we're there on air, huh? So, hopefully on that area, you read what they say, but like I've been saying in the opening statement, this is not a perennial problem. We continuously work for solve. Of course, the minister don't make commitment, and minister don't make that commitment through His Excellency the President, that SLBC is a priority, and we will try to move from the analog state already to the digital state. So today on behalf of SLBC, for all sound breaks, for all picture quality low, I want to sincerely apologize to the general public for not providing the information that you need. Because of limitations of certain limitations that we have, but this government, the right chairman just told me the information in public domain. I'm not mandated to answer any question. This Umatharonga issue belongs on a public domain, but in the interest of transparency and accountability, I will talk about them. I know they talk about them in my capacity as Director General of SLBC. Me, this not a board of directors, no, the board of trustees for the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. They don't severely, and it became a very important issue to them. So they pick them up and say, no, we know they left this investigation to the management. So the board of trustees, we minister don't talk, the chairperson, and we all young person, we all are journalists and interested in our woman back. So imagine the Director General that woman, the chair that woman, we now go play on due waiting say wuru so we come be woman. Yeah, wuru, that's what they call it. Waiting say not volunteer. He say no go mind for volunteer. And say, well, if you volunteer na marketing people then that we need. So I've been volunteer marketer. One of the things that when the board say they find out for the case.
There's a shortcut to platinum status. Just fill up 6 times with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium.